things are things seems impossible before start. Anything, anything seems impossible before start. And if you want to change something and or you want to try start new something, you probably get overwhelmed at first, and because all you can see is too many things to deal with. But it's not only you, everybody feels that way. So there's gotta be a shift or a hack to beat the overwhelming feeling. Now, it's all it's always overwhelming at first because at the beginning, all you can see is the piled up many tasks or the things you have to deal with in order to change something, or maybe you have to change the significant part of your life to in order to make it happen. So that is the reason people tend to get overwhelmed before start anything, before change anything. And but you all you can see is enormous wall in front of you. However, it's not impossible at all, even if it seems impossible to get over. But here's the thing to hack this mindset, overwhelming feeling. It is to just acknowledge that it needs time to change something. It needs time to learn something. And most of the people, including you, probably have the BS that you have to make change happen in short period of time. And that that kind of mindset rushes you to get the result as soon as possible. But in reality, you can take time. You can take time as much as you want. It usually takes years for someone to make a change, for someone to learn new things. So you don't have to be overwhelmed. You don't have to be rushed toward getting results because usually it takes time. It takes years for someone to acquire some, you know, reasonable level of skill set or to make a significant change in their life. So this mindset shift will probably unload some burden you carry imaginatively through the imagination of dealing with a lot of things at all once in a short period of time. Now, years might sound too long for you. Does it feel like too long? It takes years to make any changes in significant change in your life. Maybe I feel that way too. Taking years is too much time. I want the change happen right now. I want the change right away. I want the change in a short period of time because I want to change the life. I think that's the way you tend to feel when you want to change something in your life or you want to have some certain skill set to become certain level of the position you were aiming to. But one thing for sure, if it takes even if it takes years, but don't get discouraged because as long as you're making the action toward the goal, toward the change you want to make, the change will happen for sure. As long as you make an effort toward it, it will happen. It will come to you. So don't get discouraged. Just making just make an effort, just making small steps so that you can get it closer to the goal day by day, step by step. And Tony Robbins said that people tend to overestimate themselves what they can achieve in a year, but people tend to underestimate what they can do in 10 years. That means people tend to have a very aggressive goal within a year. And because of that, because they put really aggressive target for a year, and they tend to get unexpected result, unsatisfied result in a year. So that makes them underestimate what they can do on the long term. But in reality, it's totally opposite. They can do a really small thing in a year. However, they can do a really big thing in the long term, or in a 10-year scale. So that is probably true for most of people, and much people get overwhelmed with what they try to do and in a year because they put too much things in a short period of time, and since they get results that don't reach their short-term target, they underestimate what they can do in 10 years. I think that is really making sense thing. It makes sense. But here's the key. Things are compounded. The efforts you make are compounded. So just like analogy of the theory of the compounding theory, which is if you pick a piece of paper, a little thin piece of paper, and if you fold it for 42 times, fold it and fold it and fold it, and for 42 times it will reach the moon. That is astonishing result, astonishing fact. However, it is a reality. Even if the one step is so small, the effort you make is so small. However, it is compounded if you keep putting the effort consistently, and it will make compound effect for a long term. That means just like a paper reach the moon by folding it 42 times, only 42 times to get to the moon. That is unbelievable reality. But you live in the same reality, and you can use that compounding theory. So maybe within 1 year, you're making a really small progress. However, the small progress doubled in years, and those accumulated efforts will exponentially grow for the long term. So don't be discouraged, and just making small steps forward toward your goal. And any change you want to make, start with a small step, and make a step consistently. That will bring you to unbelievable territory. So this is my message today. Thank you for listening. Your habit will honor. I love you guys. See you in the next episode. Peace.